My name is John Montgomery, and I'm assistant basketball coach here at Long Beach State. So I think my story probably starts going back to when I was, at 3. I moved from Montana to Palo Alto, Menlo Park, California, and my dad was the head coach at Stanford University. And I go back to that age because I was a ball boy, and I was at practices, and I was in the locker room, and I was rebounding for guys, just sitting there in games and watching my dad coach and have the success he had. The Final Four run in '98 sticks out as one of the biggest memories of my life because it was so cool to make it to that stage and be part of it. And, they had some #1 seed teams and, Elite 8 runs. And so those guys at Stanford University were like my role models, my heroes. That's when I knew that I wanted to get in college basketball and play college basketball at the highest level and really get into coaching. And so even my opportunity at LMU, I played 4 years at LMU, was basically to get me to prepare to be coaching. That's kind of how my journey started. Basketball's been around my whole life. Right out of college, I got an assistant job at Furman University. I was a Division I assistant at 24 or 25 years old, and so it was a really eye-opening experience for me. And then he got the University of California job. So I ended up coaching there for 6 years. We had some really good teams. We won the first Pac-10 championship in 50 years at Cal. We went to 4 NCAA tournaments and 2 NITs in my 6 years. And, that's kind of where my growth started. One, learning from my dad, who's probably my biggest mentor as a coach, watching his Hall of Fame career, and then being a part of his Hall of Fame career and coaching with him. And he retired, and it was an eye-opening experience. Where do I go from here? I ended up staying in the city and working at San Francisco for Rex Walters. Played in the WCC, so it was kind of fun to get back in the WCC and work for Rex. He was an ex-NBA player. I remember watching as a kid play basketball and how good he was and how tough he was, and so I learned a lot from him. The last 9 years I've been at the University of Hawaii, which has been a great experience. I've really grown at Hawaii, starting with doing the rebounding and then taking over the defense and moving my way up to be the associate head coach and having such an impact on that program. And, being in the Big West for the last 9 years, for me, it's always been, I've loved Long Beach State. I have a lot of history here. My dad went to Millikan High School. He played here at Long Beach State. I go over there and look at the Hall of Fame, and my grandfather was the first athletic director here in 1951. And then, you go up there in 2002, my dad was inducted in the Long Beach State Hall of Fame. So my grandfather and my dad are both in the Hall of Fame here. So it's pretty cool to be able to walk on that 3rd level here and see their names and kind of the history and tradition that I have at Long Beach. And, coaching comes full circle sometimes, and, who knew that I'd be back here at Long Beach State, kind of where they got their start and where they grew up. And so to me, it's really cool, and I'm just really excited to be here with Coach Acker and part of the Beach family.